Gentlemen, what horror franchise would you like to see made into a video game, and what kind of game would it be?
I got this, Mark. Hold my beer.
All right, holding.
Resident Evil.
What?
Boom.
Dude.
Whoa.
Why fuck with the classics? Can it get any better?
Did you just make that up?
Oh, that movie should be a video game.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, there should be 7 of them. They should all be grossly different.
So you want a game adaptation of the film series?
No, I just want to play Resident Evil.
I would be way surprised if there isn't a Resident Evil the movie video game already.
I don't think there is.
Well, be surprised because it doesn't exist.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
You think they would have, right?
In PlayStation 2 days, they were just throwing everything they could on those discs.
There's elements of like the movie that kind of got adapted into some of the later games, but nothing like direct like from the movies.
Wow. All right.
And I'm glad. I'm happy about that. I'm very happy about that.
You just picked Resident Evil the movie, the video game.
I
That's
just
your
want
pick.
to play Resident Evils.
Well, you can do that, man. They're everywhere. They've re-released number 4 on every
Then I've
fucking
set
system.
myself up for like, happiness.
Yeah, it's easy. It couldn't be easier.
Dude, that's some low hanging fruit. Let's
Yeah,
go. What do you got,
for
Mark?
real? Okay, so your question had me thinking, okay, what are some of the horror movies that have been adapted to video games so
Yes.
far, right? We've got 2 Friday the 13th games, one on Nintendo, one
Oh,
on
boy,
current
here we
consoles.
go.
You hush. I'm talking here.
We're going through the history.
I know. Thanks, John.
It all started with Atari.
Yeah, actually, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, there was an Atari version. Nightmare on Elm Street, that was an NES game, and we haven't seen one of those since.
Yeah.
So I'd be interested to see one of those, but that's not my answer.
Okay.
There's the Dead by Daylight games that has like every horror slasher monster in it, including Freddy and
like an-
Jason and Leatherface.
Look at that. Okay. Why don't we focus on what we don't have?
Yeah, why don't we go-
No,
the thing
let's
you
keep talking
want.
about what there is. Okay.
Shrimp scampi, shrimp kebab, shrimp cocktail, shrimp.
All right, I'm going to make GTA.
Okay.
Graboid Tremor Attack. I
Wow.
want an open world Tremors game. Oh. Can you imagine the game starts out like a Vice City or a San Andreas style city? It's totally populated. And then on G Day, when the Graboids attack, people start dying off left and right. And it's completely random. So as the game progresses, less and less people are available to talk to and take quests from.
There's less and less things to do in your game. As
Well,
time
you
goes on.
survive. It becomes more of a survival game as it goes along. It's like, hey, can you go ahead and pick up this package and take? Oh, he just got eaten. I guess that side quest is no longer available to me.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? And also, the Graboids will continue to evolve as time passes, right? Because there'll be the worms, and then there'll be the runners, and then there'll be the ass blasters. And
Of course,
the
gotta
more
get the ass
time-
blasters.
Yeah, the more time the game progresses, you're just going to have multiple different types of Graboids. I think
Okay.
that could be a lot of fun.
Could be. It could be like a Duke Nukem style game too, where you just are fucking saying sarcastic shit while you kill graboids all day.
Sure, why not? We'll throw in some
Throw that
lines
in
like
that too. Yeah.
But anyway, I would like to see a Tremors game. I think it'd be cool.
I
Okay.
want DLC where you can change the NBA hat of Michael Gross.
Oh, they would
that'd be
definitely charge you $50 a hat.
What was his hat? What was his team?
It was the Atlanta Hawks
Yeah.
originally.
It's just going to be 37 Atlanta Hawks hats. Like you won't have an option to pick your own team.
Oh boy, DLC.
Tremors 7 coming soon.
Yay. Not really though.
It's going to be set on an island where you can pay money to go hunt graboids. It's called Island Fury. Tremors 7.
I wish I could unknow that.
Well, you're going to know more as we continue along. John, what's your answer?
Well, you kind of already touched on it. I would like a Friday the Third, or not, Nightmare on Elm Street game, rather. I think it could be like a Assassin's Creed type of game where there's like a daytime where you're trying to figure out how do you kill Freddy, and then at night you go sucked into weird fucking dream mode and you have to survive, 20 minutes or whatever in Dreamland. Where all the crazy shit happens, and then you go back to daytime game where you're, a student trying to figure shit out. That'd be, I think, a fun game.
What about a point and click adventure?
I'm just so bad at point and click adventures, so
You're bad at pointing and clicking?
yeah, I can't. It's really the clicking that gets me. I can point, but I'm like, what do I do?
I mean, those games can be really obtuse. Like,
Yes.
I got to click on every pixel of this screen to see which one's interactive. So I get it.
Yeah, did you pick up the pineapple in level 1? Because you're going to need it in level 12.
Oh, better start over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what kind of game is it? Is it going to be like a third person, first person? What
I
do you think?
imagine third person, yeah, like over the shoulder type game. Yeah, like Assassin's Creed is kind of how I pictured it.
Honestly, I really like that idea going into instead of going into the Animus, you actually go into Dreamland, whatever it is, Kirby's Dreamland, and then you actually have to do most of your fighting there, and the rest of it's kind of like a
like a mystery game. Almost.
Yeah, kind of like a almost like a point and click, but just more
Yeah.
kind of like finding things and learning stuff.
like
Do you have like a sleep meter? Like, oh crap, I better take some more caffeine pills.
Ooh, when you're awake,
yeah.
that'd be good. You have to keep your awake meter up.
Yeah, otherwise, yes, that is exactly it. But then if you're awake for too long, you start taking micro naps, and then you might suddenly get sucked into the dream world.
Ooh, you lose a power if you get sucked in.
Oh, yeah, this game's right in itself.
Hey, all you creatures from cyberspace. Thanks for joining us on another episode of the Grave Talk podcast. My name is Mark, again joined with John and Garrett. Fellas, how we doing today?
It's another day.
One of these days, we should just refuse to answer him and see what he does.
Oh, good call.
I'll just do this damn thing by myself. That's what would happen.
Show must go on.
It's such a nice day outside.
It finally is, man.
I want to be out there, but
Yeah.
instead we're in here
Yeah.
talking about horror movies.
Yeah.
What y'all been up to since last time?
Not much. Nothing in really the horror space. I've been playing something Jedi Fallen Order. I imagine it's probably Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. It's a fun game. I'm terrible at video games, so it's actually I'm only playing it at the second hardest difficulty, and I'm like, whew. What is this? Fucking calculus? But I'm having fun.
Put it on the difficulty that the game plays itself.
Yeah. Can I just
sit back and
watch
watch,
it?
yeah.
In movie mode. There is a story mode, but I am trying to hold myself to a slightly higher caliber so I can actually play the game. But it's a blast. It's really, really fun, but not horror related in the least.
No. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying that. Garrett,
I bought a video game I haven't played yet.
what was that?
Death Stranding.
Oh, yeah. That one seems pretty divisive right now.
I tend to do that. I tend to like buy these video games and I'm like, ooh, that looks really cool, and then not actually play them.
How's Nino Cooney going?
Never delivered those groceries. How's Final Fantasy 15 going? Never got past the first mission because I left my car in a town and walked halfway across the map and realized it takes like an hour to walk.
You're going to need that car.
Yeah, clearly I'm going to need that car. Going to pick up that Spider-Man game. Sure, I'm going to probably not be able to play that.
Yeah. Your video game library sounds like my Steam library.
It's one of those things, like, I actually like would play every one of these games and probably love them. I just, every time I like sit down, like, all right, I'm going to sit down and play a video game. I'm like, I could be working on this, and this. And so it's like, I just find myself playing fighting games because I'm like, I can just kick out a couple rounds and then get back to what I'm supposed to do.
I just wish I had more time to play things.
Truth.
It seems so limited these days.
You also do like you like watch movies, you do like
Right.
podcasts, and just quit the podcast, bro.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Not right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
I would love he just cued the music at that moment.
Speaking of Star Wars, John, The Mandalorian dropped.
Tremendous.
On top of that, Disney Plus dropped. So you've been watching that?
The Mandalorian, yes, I'm all caught up, consisting of 2 episodes at time of recording.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know we could talk about subscribing to Disney Plus. I did that also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. Welcome to handing the mouse more money.
Yeah. You're one of at least 10 million people who did that already.
I have not signed up
We
yet.
should just get over the whole handing the mouse more money thing. We're going to be giving the mouse money somehow.
Right. I mean, the mouse owns everything.
Yeah.
What happened to monopoly laws? Do we not care about that anymore?
No, we don't care.
I'm kind of like, I'm getting to the point where it's like they own too much.
Yes.
They just fucking own too much.
Yeah, I guess.
Someone's going to own it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Disney hasn't gobbled up everything possible, but
Well, this leads me into 2 things that I did want to touch on before we get to the movie.
Reaganomics.
Yes. Trickle down.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's been reported that Disney is starting to lock up movies in the vault. Fox movies, horror movies. They're not going to let certain things be shown at screenings anymore.
Yeah.
And this is part of the problem that I have with them owning so much and having control over things that they didn't originally create. Like, how many of these properties are we never going to get another sequel to that maybe Fox would have? Or, these people that want to go would experience things like you and me, John. We went and saw Alien 40th anniversary. That was really
cool.
neat watching it in the theater, right? Those opportunities may be long gone now.
Yeah, that is a bummer. But to Garrett's point, someone's going to own it. And theoretically, we do live in an era where it's never been easier to create content. Speaking as a bunch of content creators, I mean, if people are putting out good shit, we'll see it. Not that I'm pro Disney. I mean, fuck Disney, but I don't know.
I don't think Disney's going to miss the opportunity to make money. They re-released Endgame just to
True.
kick up, to become the highest grossing movie ever, to be what? Avatar, I think it was?
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. I hear your concern. I think it is a valid concern, but I think it's it's also overblown to the point. Well, we've had that same thing. You couldn't buy Three Amigos digitally for years, you know, and then just recently they put it on iTunes, like as of last week. I don't know what happened, but like it just popped up out of nowhere, like for actually be able to purchase. So that stuff's going to happen. I agree with you. It is unfortunate that Disney, being Disney, takes that stance with some of their properties. But at the same time, though, they also have kicked out. So there's some stuff on Disney Plus. I'm like, oh, I didn't think they'd ever release this.
Right.
So, I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I think with horror franchises and properties and stuff like that, they'll be more likely to sell those off or get rid of that shit, as opposed to like, well, just hide Freddy forever. It'd be like, no, let's just get rid of it. It's easier to sell off something they have no intention of doing anything than just not doing. I don't know.
You would hope they do that, but how many times is it growing up? It's like, oh, they're going back in the vault. You know,
True.
You'll never see this animated film in this format ever.
That's a
again.
marketing ploy.
Yeah.
They always read the Platinum Collection, the Diamond Collection, the Signature Series. I own Jungle Book multiple times, you guys. I mean,
it's just a bare necessity.
It's a
Oh, nice.
my man. I think stuff like that we see more of a marketing ploy with, but yeah, I mean, like I said, your concern is valid. My concern comes with mostly of like, it's going to get vetted. We're going to see less crazy ideas from certain franchises that we may have seen if it was like an independent thing,
Right.
but
I
who
think,
knows?
Like, think of all the stuff that Netflix makes, and to a lesser extent, Amazon and Hulu, that are never going to be theatrically released, you know? So we're just in an era where I think theatrical releases, just as a whole, are going to be saved for blockbuster movies, and anything interesting is mostly going to be online.
That's a big discussion right now. Or like a couple months ago, I
Yeah.
saw it, like, you know, like, is a movie valid if it doesn't go to the theater, if it debuts
think
on
so.
iFlix, on Netflix, or...
And that's part of the reason they brought things like The Irishman to the theater, so it could be considered for an Oscar.
Well, that Dolomite movie did the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, it like came out of the theater, and
Right.
like the next day it was on Netflix or some shit, and I was like, that's cool.
Fuck the Oscars. They got to get with the times, dude.
Yeah, no
Like,
fucking shit. You old crotchety men, like, get out
Yeah.
here. It didn't show in a theater. Who gives a shit?
Right. It's such a stupid rule that in 5 years, no, I don't even think it's going to last 5 years. I think in the next 2 or 3 years, it's going to be
They'll
an
have to
untenable
adapt.
situation. Yeah.
Adapt or die. That's pretty much what it is. You
Right.
know?
But this does lead me into my second point, is there's just too many damn services to subscribe to now.
Truth.
Like, I looked at Disney Plus and I was like, you know what? I'm going to hold off until there's more episodes and more shows. Like whenever She-Hulk and Moon Knight come out, I'll probably jump in maybe around that time. I've got so many options right now that I spend like a good 5 minutes just staring at my PlayStation home screen going, which one do I pick? There's way too much crap.
Yeah, that I do agree with. And I never know what's on what, so that's a pain in the ass too.
I think what you're running into, though, is cable. Like, cable had the same thing. There was so many channels. There was like hundreds of channels at one point. You'd flip channels for 20 minutes trying to find something you wanted to watch. The difference is now is we've cut out the cable, you know, infrastructure and gone to a direct digital infrastructure, and it's the same exact thing. It's just everyone wants a piece of that sweet Netflix pie, you know? I mean, everyone wants to do their own thing. I bought a DVD, it had a digital copy, but the thing is like I have to redeem it through their service. I can't download it. I can only stream it from their site. So I'll never have like quality if my internet's not like top notch.
Really? That's weird.
Yeah. And a lot of places like a lot of the anime companies are doing that stuff too. It's like you can only stream your digital copy through their service. And I'm just like, this is the weirdest thing.
That's
but
no good.
This bubble will pop. It's untenable. You can't. No. Eventually, a lot of these second tier services will either combine or get gobbled up by. We'll end up with new monopolies.
Right,
and
exactly.
Disney will be there, of course. But you have Netflix and Hulu and Amazon will gobble some of these.
There's
up.
that meme running around like the internet right now. It's all like, eventually someone's going to bundle all these internet services up. And it's like, oh, cable? Yeah, it's like, yeah, we get it, bro. We've been saying this for years. But
Cable 2.0.
Here's a memory that talking about cable brought up for you children out there. There used to be a channel called the TV Guide channel that would just very slowly show you every channel and what was on.
how
And
much
if-
time did you waste watching that?
Fuck yeah. And then if you missed
Ton
your
of it.
channel, you had to wait till it strolled through everything again.
Yep.
And that happened quite often.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, God dang it. I had to talk to mom for 2 seconds
You
and I missed it.
Sneeze or blink and you missed your shit.
That channel always annoyed me because it always reminded me of all the channels we didn't have because we didn't have premium. We only had basic cable, and it was all like, oh, look at all these good movies, and I don't own any of these channels. Oh,
Same.
well.
Yeah, they were in red, taunting you. You're not
just-
allowed to watch me. Go tell your parents.
Spend more money.
I'll wrap it up with this. I recently purchased the Castlevania season on Blu-rays because, I don't know what Netflix is going to be in 10 years' time.
True.
You hear about them being so far in debt, and now you got Disney on the scene. It's like, well, I don't know, I want that show. So it's interesting that I'm glad at least Netflix is putting some of that stuff out physically.
Yeah.
Well, that's from just good negotiation, I think, because there's a lot of stuff you can't buy outside the streaming services, and that's how they keep you subscribed.
Yeah, I guess there are content that they don't, right?
So I think a lot of it, what it is now is I can't speak for certain, but I think a lot of it is negotiations of like, we have the right to put this out. Like Mystery Science Theater, for instance, like they retain the rights to put out a physical version of it. I don't know if that's who's responsible for that, but yeah, we're slowly seeing more and more stuff being able to like put out a physical version, but there's still a lot of stuff you can't get.
Yeah, it's a really interesting time to see how this media and entertainment is evolving via streaming and everything.
They'll sell that stuff, though. If they need the money, they'll sell the rights to Arrested Development to somebody else, or they'll put out a physical. I mean, they'll do what they'll do what the industry's always done.
Evolve to keep getting your money. All right, well, let's get into today's movie, Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2. Was that from 1987?
Yes.
Sure.
My notes shit the bed, so I lost half of what I wrote. So.
Ooh, yes, I believe so, because the third one came out in 1988. I don't know why I know that piece of information, but I do know it.
We go now to our prom night historian, John.
Yes. No, I've only ever seen this one, and for the first time ever.
What do you think of Prom Night 1?
Well, I think that I haven't seen it, so I have no opinion. I think it came before Prom Night 2. My understanding is it happened on a prom night. I believe Mary Lou was involved. And there was just hijinks in the prom situation.
You mean with Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yeah, that'd be the one.
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis was in Prom Night 1?
She's the first prom night. Yeah. I think that was like her first Scream Queen.
Did you realize how many horror movies she was in?
No.
Yeah, The Fog.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, good for her. Hey, Scream Queen all the way.
Well, what did you guys think of Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2?
I'm so conflicted about this movie.
Yeah, as listeners have probably picked up, I'm really getting burnt out on 80s movies.
We've done quite a few recently.
Yes, this movie was like a shot of adrenaline. I can't speak more highly of it. Not in let me
You can't speak more highly of this movie.
Yes, let me tell you what it doesn't do well. Acting, story,
I'm going to disagree with you there. Mary Lou was amazing in this.
logic, like cinematography. Music was good, though. That Mary Lou song slaps. But what it does do great is just a series of fever dreams, one right after another. For a 90-minute movie, it has quite the ramp. But then you see the main actress like naked for conservatively an hour. Then the movie just keeps going, and it's great. It's like a roller coaster. You know when you're going up the roller coaster, and then it finally crests? That's what this movie is to me, personally.
It sounds like you like it.
I do.
Good.
Yeah.
I like.
Did you buy it?
No, I watched it on. Well, I thought I was watching it on Amazon Prime. It turns out I was watching it through Amazon Prime, and I was watching it on a service called IMDb TV.
What?
Yes.
The hell?
I know.
Another subscription service.
It's
it sounds
free.
like. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it has commercials, but I did.
So your movie had commercials.
Yes, I did check, and it was full. It was a full video. But here's the crazy part: this fucking service. The volume on the commercials was 7,000% louder than the movie. My wife and I were watching it, and we kept, we turn it up, we like, and the next thing we know, we're like deaf, our ears are bleeding, because the commercial decided it was time to start.
It's like an old television trick. They used to do that on network TV,
yes,
right?
It was so bad. So I will never, ever watch a movie through that service again. I would rather pay for it than subject myself to that experience.
We watched it on Hulu or Vudu because it was free on Vudu, and then as it started going, I was like, oh my god, there's commercials in this. I think we got to our first commercial break, and I immediately went to iTunes and just bought it because I was like, I'll pay whatever it costs to not have to deal with these commercials. And
good call.
Yeah, worth it.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, I hate to tell you this, but you're both suckers. It was on Amazon Prime.
For free?
Regular Amazon Prime?
Yeah, regular Amazon Prime.
This is going out to Siri. You failed me again. I just went to my Apple TV and said,
dead to me, Siri.
Show me Prom Night 2. And it was like, open in.
Show me Prom Night 2.
Yeah.
You're on a list somewhere now.
And then it opened it up and it was like, oh, you could watch it on Amazon Prime. And I was like, cool. And I said, play. And then it brought me to that bullshit. So thanks a lot, Siri. Thanks for nothing.
Also available, Prom Night 1. on Amazon Prime. Just throwing that out there.
Well, I don't know if I want to go backwards. I'm forward looking now. Bring me Prom Night 3.
Okay. I'll always look back for Jamie Lee Curtis.
Well, Prom Night and Prom Night 2 are related by name only. There is nothing in Part 1 that has anything to do with Part 2.
That's how you know this franchise is awesome.
This movie was originally titled The Haunting of Hamilton High, but then got changed, hopefully to get more viewers in the seats in the theaters. But so that's why they took the name.
Is Prom Night or was it a strong brand? I mean, I know it had Jamie Lee Curtis, so obviously but was it like a new Prom Night movie? Like, let's go see that.
Was any horror movie a strong brand in the 80s?
I mean, besides the big three, I would say probably
Even
not.
the big three, the first ones, I don't know if they did exceptionally well. Yeah. I mean, the first Nightmare didn't do insane, did it?
I don't know.
The original Prom Night was a $1.5 million budget, but made 14.7.
Oh.
That's a huge success.
Okay, wow. So it was a home run. Did this movie make all the money? Prom Night 2?
This movie made $4.95.
Yeah. I'm guessing they literally probably pulled other movies out of the theater and rescheduled them around Prom Night 2.
Yeah, as one wants to do with famous horror properties.
Yeah.
Y'all know I love a good crazy 80s horror movie, and this had it all. This was just absolutely batshit insane.
I think it's really summed up like in my favorite scene in the whole movie, and we'll get into more details about it, but essentially...
if you don't talk about the guy who licks the potato right now, I'm going to be so upset.
No, that guy, awesome. But no, it's when Vicky's room is like haunted, and she just starts screaming, "This is my room! Get out!" She's just
not
so
phased
calm.
at all. She's not phased at
and,
all.
Like, some crazy shit is happening in this room, and she's just like, "Leave! This is my room now." It's like, what the fuck? That pretty much sums up this whole movie.
Yeah, WTF.
Yeah.
This is our second Canadian film that we've done.
Oh, it's Canadian.
Oh, it's all falling into place
You mean
now.
she tried to bribe the guy with money, and she pulled out that Canadian money that looked like rainbow bright, like PayPal. I was like, oh, this has got to be Canadian. Like the moment I saw the money, I was like, oh, this is not in the U.S.
I was just like, oh, they couldn't even afford real fake money.
Take that, Canadian money.
Well, this movie was not a success. It had a $2.5 million budget and only made 2.7. So the name, I don't know, maybe it hurt it. Who knows? I don't know. Tough to say.
Yeah, I wasn't, well, I may have been alive, but I wasn't really aware.
Were you alive in 1987?
Yes, I was,
Okay.
but I was not aware of things in 1987, so.
That's fair. I was 6. Wasn't aware either.
Yeah,
And I also
was it-
wasn't in Canada.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. What's 2.6 million in real money?
Canadians, let us know.
Yeah.
All right. So in this one is directed by Bruce Pittman. I looked him up, and he did mostly television, and he's still working in television.
Good for him.
This movie stars my favorite, Michael Ironside. Love that man.
It nails it, though. I don't understand his character, but whatever he's doing, it's great.
Now, my favorite Michael Ironside movie is Scanners. If you haven't seen that one, that one's amazing.
Okay.
Michael Ironside plays Bill Nordham. Wendy Lyon plays Vicky Carpenter. Louis Ferreira as Craig Nordham. Lisa Schrage as Mary Lou Maloney. I hope I said that right. Could be Scrage. Probably Schrage, right?
Yeah.
Listeners, give Mark some slack. These are Canadian names, so he's doing the best he can.
John has waged war on Canada, and we were not prepared.
Yeah.
Blame Canada, man. It started back then, so.
Richard Monette as Father Cooper. Terry Hawks as Kelly Henenlotter. Brock Simpson as Josh. Beverly Hendry as Monica Waters. And Beth Gondik as Jess Browning.
It's a lot of names we're not going to remember.
Yeah, bro. I was like, wait, there was a Wendy in this movie? So
I have Vicky's name written as Aaron in my notes for like half my notes, and then all of a sudden it just changes to Vicky, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yes, listeners, go listen to our Night of the Demons episode. You know we're very good with names.
yeah. But the problem is problem in the loosest sense of the word, because this movie is a 10 out of 10, is that these characters are all forgettable, and I may be overselling it a bit. It's a 9 out of 10. But these characters...
I love how much he shits on it. He's like, this was god-awful, but my God, was it amazing.
Yeah. Well, the characters are all forgettable and interchangeable, so I cannot remember their names, because I never knew... Remembering would imply I knew them at some point. I didn't. I was just like, oh, all right, you're teen 1, teen 2, blonde teen, brunette teen.
You know, I actually had to force myself to learn their names as I was writing notes, because I just kept writing guacamole radio guy.
The defining trait.
Motherfucker, that was a potato. He talked about he tried.
I know, but in my mind, I'd rather see a walk radio.
True.
All right, this one on Rotten Tomatoes is at 36% out of 11 critic reviews and a 37% with the audience out of 7,722.
That's tight. That's a tight spread.
Yes, it is. It's a little lower than I
I
expected.
know what's going on anymore today. It's all started because you guys want to talk about video games.
It's considerably lower than I was expecting.
Here's what the back of the VHS has to say about Prom Night 2. You can't keep a bad girl down. Beautiful and innocent Vicky Carpenter seems a shoo-in for prom queen, but Mary Lou Maloney, dead for 30 years, also wants the crown and returns from the grave to possess Vicky's body. After tormenting and brutally butchering Vicky's friends, Mary Lou successfully transports panic-stricken Vicky into a hellish purgatory. With the competition out of the way, hell-bent and armed with deadly powers, Mary Lou's got places to go, people to kill, and a crown to win.
Okay.
How about that?
How about that?
How about a spoiler warning in front of that one?
Right? Much like the Death Spa, Mary Lou's power set is whatever needs to happen. So
Was it supernatural, John?
Oh, this is definitely supernatural. I picked that up when she came out of a trunk, which for some reason was storing all of her belongings in the school prop closet.
I have a note here that says, ask John if her power set is supernatural or not.
Supernatural, but very poorly defined.
Well, I'm glad you touched on it because I was going to ask you again. What is Mary Lou's power set?
Anything that she needs. So she definitely has telekinesis. She can apparently possess rocking horses. She can pull sheets very, very tight. She can possess people. We know that.
She can send electricity through outlets and change computers.
Yes, but she also can wear people like some sort of weird bodysuit. Because at the end, she like physically sheds her Vicky body to become Mary Lou.
Which had me wondering why she didn't do that sooner.
Great question.
Well, I thought at first, because I was like, oh, because she looks like a hideous monster. But no, give her like 5 minutes. She's going to easy bake oven herself into
Yeah.
a beautiful woman again. You're just like, oh, well, just fucking do that.
She just needed to freshen up, and there she was.
So what brought her back exactly? This box makes it sound like she just wanted to win the crown.
That's what it was.
But then someone in the movie says she's coming back to torment the
Yeah.
people that wronged
The
her.
priest
They
was like,
robbed her of her moment of glory.
right. So I guess it's important. We
So that's kind of stupid.
Have
let
to
me,
dissect.
Let me say why.
Yeah.
She wants to come back to win a crown, not because she was burned alive.
no.
That's part of it. Basically, the priest at one point expositions. Basically, if there was something you didn't finish your mission or like whatever in life, sometimes spirits can come back and they'll like find a way to get what they want. And then he goes on this tangent like, well, she's going to murder you to do it.
Yeah,
And it's
she's like, he's such a dick. He's like, I'm a priest, so I'm pretty much invincible.
eat this cracker, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's just
You,
like,
on the other hand, are a lamb to the slaughter. Just throwing that out there. That priest, man. She's really hoping that nobody leaves this town for 30 years. I mean, she bet correctly. I guess she knew that nobody was going to leave because the exact same cast of characters in 1958 and 1988.
You really like this movie, but you don't like, say, like Death Spa as much, right? But these are
No.
kind of similar in the story it's telling, right? A ghost coming
exceptionally
back.
similar.
So why is it that this one is more successful for you than Death Spa?
I don't know. I just thought this one was more fun than Death Spa in some weird way. I mean, they are they're pretty much the same story.
Random nerdy guy for comic relief.
Yeah.
Half naked, 2 naked women, in multiple
Yeah.
scenes. Pointless supernatural powers from a person who needs to come back and get revenge. A extremely convoluted backstory that makes no sense in the long run. Unlikable main characters.
Really, you didn't like Vicky / who I thought her name was
I
Tracy?
thought Vicky did an amazing job of acting. I thought her character was so fun.
Wow.
But to be fair, I also liked what's his nuts from Death Spa, the guy at the computer, David.
David.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
we didn't know his name when we were filming this. So
But you know what I'm saying? Like that is a great question mark because when you said like I love this movie, I was like, how does he like this and just hated Death Spa so much?
I feel like this movie,
Is it because there was exercise in Death Spa?
maybe, you know how I feel about exercise. No, I think this movie was like winking at me the whole time. Like, we get it. This is insane. Whereas Death Spa, I don't think was in on the joke that it was.
I think it had something in its eye and it was blinking.
Yeah.
Death Spa is like a beautiful exercise in 80s-ness. Like, it's so much fun to watch as a spectacle, though.
Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe
Both
it's,
soundtracks slap.
true. Maybe it was the mood I was in when I watched it. I don't know what to tell you. Death Spa, thumbs down. This movie, 2 thumbs up.
It's another mystery. We'll never know.
The mystery of taste.
Are John's reviews supernatural?
Yeah. Definitely. What is John's reviews power set? I think there's something to like your mood going into certain movies for sure. If you're not feeling it before you even start watching it, you probably ain't gonna have a good time on it, right?
I don't know. Thinking back, Death Spa really is this movie, except it has lightning. You know how I feel about lightning.
Lightning in this one, because remember the computer death scene.
No, but her powers wasn't lightning based. These weren't lightning based powers. These were
but Mary Lou Gray blew up like it was made out of kerosene.
Yeah, what was that?
We should totally get into the plot here.
We will in just a minute. I think the 80s had a real problem with knowing what ghosts were supposed to do and what they can't do.
Definitely. Yeah, they hadn't figured out ghost research yet.
Look, I don't think we have nowadays either, guys. Like, when did we have this breakthrough?
I feel like a movie like Ghostbusters did it so well because you knew, okay, there's classes of ghosts. You've got a Class C specter or vapor or whatever.
Tiers.
So there's ones that can only fly through you and slime you. But then you get your boss level ghosts, like a Zool,
right?
And then you have the head boss is like Gozer, and you know you're dealing with some real serious shit because she's physically in our plane. You know what I mean? It makes sense for her to have those kind of powers. Yeah, you got to cross the stream.
So that brings up a good point. There is a distinct lack of sliming in any other movie besides Ghostbusters. Get it together, horror movies.
Well, this one, Vicky got slimed.
Well, she came out of like a
rebirth. Anyway, let's get into it then.
I would love to know. I want to see Prom. I hope Prom Night 3 is what happened to Vicky in between Chalkboard and Trunk.
Well, the only character to make a return appearance in all the Prom Night movies is Mary Lou.
Oh,
so no other characters. I read that no other characters like go over into different movies.
I want more Vicky. Anyway, let's get into what could loosely be called a plot.
So amazing. Like her acting in this was so good. Like when she had to like be possessed, I was like, okay,
yeah,
I give it to you.
So this movie starts off in 1957.
It does.
We are seeing a prom.
Now, was everyone in this prom 40?
Yes, they were. I have a note that says Michael Ironside's young character is 40 years old.
Yeah,
minimum.
he's already got a receding hairline.
He was born 40.
He looks like a young Vigo from Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah, young, very loose.
You know, audience, you may hear us often say, well, these teens sure look like they're adults. Well, this is probably the most egregious of that ever happening.
No, they don't even vaguely look like teens.
When the principal walked into the bathroom to talk to Michael Ironside's young character, I thought it was 2 grown men that were chaperoning, and I forgot that was our main character.
Right.
I was like, who are these old guys? I was like, oh, they go to prom.
Yeah, it's like, how do you do, fellow youngsters? Like, it's that meme in movie.
There was a scene before this prom started that I don't really know how it connects. I think it was Mary Lou goes to confession. She's like, I've been with many boys.
Oh, yeah.
And I loved every minute of it.
I think it's to show that Mary Lou is a badass.
Oh, she's full on.
Yeah, she doesn't. I mean,
for a good time, call Mary Lou and puts her number in the confessional. I was like, girl, damn.
She's walking around DTF.
She needs to slow down.
No, she speeds up, okay? Because she goes to the prom with this 40-year-old, and she's like, hey, will you get me a drink? And within like 3 minutes.
Less than that.
Yeah. Like I don't even know how he got to the punch bowl. And the point is, almost instantaneously, she's behind the stage, like making out and drinking vodka with somebody else.
She's more than making out. She like grabs the dude's dick and is like, do you know how to use this thing? Let's go. And I was like, Mary Lou, like you have a whole night ahead of you.
No,
like,
dude, she went 0 to 100 real quick.
I feel like she would totally just let them gangbang her on stage. Like that's how like crazy she was.
I believe it. Yeah. If Old Man Ironside had said had ventured to say that, I think it would have happened.
Well, the one she's making out with behind Billy's back, that's Michael Ironside's character's name, is Bud Cooper, and he's going to go on to be the priest.
Yeah, that becomes the priest.
Right.
So, yeah, Billy comes back with the drink, and he's like, hey, what in the shit? You know, I was just gone for 30 seconds to get you that punch you ordered. And she's like, too bad, so sad.
Like, what? She just swigs vodka from a bottle.
Oh my God. She gets caught like cheating with this dude behind the stage. And he's like, what's this? And she's like, don't worry about it. Let's go back to the dance. Like Ironside's like Billy's supposed to be cool with this. Like, I just had to get my freak on real fast. We're still having a date, right? And he's just like, no, what the hell is your problem? And then the other dude is like, bro, don't be mad that I got further than you ever have. And then holds his fingers up to Billy's nose like this is as close as you'll ever get. And I was like, oh my God.
They really do fuck with him. But Billy is still like, you came here with me. So he actually is willing to go back and just pretend this never happened. And because then Mary Lou's like, it's not who you come with, it's who you leave with. It's like,
yeah, I was just like, this prom was all over the place.
yeah, Billy, big time. Dude, you can do better than this. I know you're balding.
I know
at
you're
16.
40s, your options become limited, but you're in high school, bro.
Poor Billy.
So Bill goes to the bathroom and he's sulking, and there's a couple of kids in there building a stink bomb. And
Yeah.
then, as Garrett
Looks like
mentioned,
C4.
a gentleman of only 2 years older than Billy walks in, which is either the principal or a teacher or a chaperone or something.
Billy looks like it could be this guy's dad.
Yeah, Bill's living in Racine City, and he's been there ever since junior high, I think.
Jeez.
But they get the guys making the stink bomb get spooked, and they throw it into the trash can. Well, Bill's like, Billy's scorned at this point.
Yeah.
He's going to get a little revenge. So as Mary Lou's being crowned prom queen on stage, he goes up into the rafters, sets the stink bomb alight, and then throws it on poor Mary Lou. And I think her dress was covered in kerosene.
Definitely.
She just goes up into a ball of fire, and then everybody immediately starts emoting like right there as she's still alive, by the way.
Right, they
Probably could have saved her if you tried.
They make no effort to save her. Billy's just like, it doesn't even smell.
It's a sleepaway camp moment where everyone just yells, "Oh my God, what do we do?" And no one does anything.
Yeah.
Right. My favorite part is where Bud Cooper, he's just like on the stairs, like slamming his fist down, like, why, God, why?
Just go save her.
If only someone knew how to put out a fire.
Yeah, well, she burns alive.
Yeah.
And I guess that what sent Bud into the priesthood.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
This event.
Right. And I know it was the 50s, so rules, hadn't been invented yet, but
Okay.
Billy just goes on to become the principal of this school. There is no repercussions for the fact that is first degree murder. Like
Well, manslaughter maybe,
set
because it was
somebody
kind
up.
of...
It was premeditated.
Well, no, he didn't mean to light her on fire.
All right.
I'm not going to quibble over the legality of like setting a woman on fire at prom.
Point is, he should have been in jail and definitely not allowed around children.
Well, this is a common theme in these 80s movies. Remember Slaughter High? They set poor Marty ablaze, and then it was
yeah.
like, let's just go to the reunion. Like, nothing fucking happened.
People must have died all the time at high schools in the past where people were going to see these movies and they're like, yeah, I could totally buy that. Ah, geez, what a time.
I'm surprised I made it out of the 80s based on these movies. Well, it's 1987 now, and as we mentioned, Bill is now the principal.
Hasn't aged today.
Right, and
He's never looked younger.
somehow the older actor is younger. We're set in a scene at a dinner table. You're gonna find out this is Vicky's home, and her mother is the wife of the Quaker Oats guy. I don't know what's up with that mother, dude.
No,
she made no sense in context of this movie.
She thought that she was auditioning for Carrie and was playing the mom in that film, and people were just like, just fucking whatever, just let her go with it.
I think she's mad she didn't get that Little House on the Prairie role. Like
I do declare.
That's the level of puritanity this woman brings to her acting.
I am convinced at the end of every scene, she went back to her, trailer or whatever she had and was like, I am carrying this movie.
I am the linchpin.
Yeah.
This will just fall apart without my performance today. It's just like, why? Why? I mean, she didn't have to be in that freaking smock thing she was wearing.
It was to show like when Vicky becomes possessed by Mary Lou and starts slutting it up, there was supposed to be a huge like, this is so different than how she is at home. This is not who she is, yada, yada, yada.
Mary Lou's so crazy that just a regular parent would have also played that role sufficiently.
Yes. Any caring parent would have been like, whoa, I don't want you hanging around that kid.
She did not have to be, to Mark's point, just the most outrageously religious, conservative Reaganomics parent you could imagine.
And poor Vicky was doing all right in that household too, because she was still like hanging out with what was her boyfriend's name? Chad
Craig.
Craig.
Chad Chuck Craig. 3 names.
Chad Craig.
Was he supposed to be a bad boy? He seemed totally fine.
But you couldn't see his John's slow air quotes in time with bad boy.
Right, well, because it was,
He's not a very successful bad boy.
No, I think he had a motorcycle, but it pretty much had a sidecar on it. Like it was.
No, No, the mom was like, has he gotten a sidecar yet? Because I don't want you, or are you going to ride on the back of it?
I think that was a dig either way. It's like, you're going to go to prom on a bike?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like, this guy was not very bad boyish at all. He felt like...
He's a Canadian bad boy.
Yeah, is that what bad boys are in Canada? Straight A students?
And Craig is the son of Bill.
Right, the principal.
Right, Principal Bill. And who's the mother? We never got that information, did we?
Was it relevant?
I don't know.
I didn't even think about that question.
Okay, well.
In the whole movie,
She got set on fire by accident by her husband.
Oh, that would have been... See, that would have been prom night 3. Turns out, Billy is Mary Lou's son.
It's just a trail of burnt wives with that guy.
Jesus, this got dark.
Why did I find myself in a situation where my wives are just on fire?
I think the problem's you, Bill.
I pushed her into a garden and she just set aflame.
She was in a pool and she's in a pool. She just went up.
How's she burning underwater?
This spontaneous human combustion does not feel so spontaneous, Billy.
Breaking the laws of physics by burning inside of this water.
Oh, man.
But yeah.
So anyway, back to the sidecar.
Vicky wants to get a new prom dress, and her mother's like, well, you already have that one from your quinceañera or whatever the fuck.
She could not say the word quinceañera.
Probably don't. They probably don't have those in Canada anyway.
No.
But
She was like, you have a green dress. It's fine. Now, do we ever see this green dress?
no,
think so.
because there's a scene later where she's digging through the prop room to find a dress, and I felt really bad for her. It's like she's gonna have to go find some prop dress.
I feel like she's got like a church dress.
Yeah.
And the mom's like, your church dress is just fine. And she's like, I would like a new dress. And her dad's like, yo, straight up, it's prom. It happens once a lifetime. Let her get a new dress. It's totally cool. This guy seems all right. He's not a bad boy.
The dad, Vicky's dad and mother could not be further polar
No.
opposites.
I would like to see a movie about how they got married.
It was like a arranged marriage.
Oh, I could see that. Or I feel like one day Vicky's mom just was like, you're going to marry me. And the dad was like, okay.
There's a backstory there because remember he's like, oh, calm down. You know, don't you remember young love like we used to have? And then like she stares at him like I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, I guess not.
Yeah.
Like clearly they had a normal relationship at some point.
She's like, I've never been young and I've never been in love. So I don't know who you're thinking about, but
He's projecting his fantasy onto his cold, dead wife.
yeah.
Oh man, we got to get past the family. We've been here for a while. So yeah, as I said, Vicky goes into the prop room looking for a dress, and she comes upon a chest. It's a magical chest full of wonderment.
And this chest was shown at the beginning of the movie because before the prom starts with the 50s prom, the chest in the basement opens up and lights up. And I was like, what the hell is this? And then after Mary Lou burns, it closes as if it's trapped her soul inside of it. That made no sense to me whatsoever.
I'm just assuming it's a magical trunk.
Yeah.
Right?
It's got to be.
It trapped Mary Lou in there.
It's like an interdimensional portal via trunk form.
Yes. And I thought like her prom stuff was in there, but no, it was just her soul.
That's what I thought too. I was like, did they just ground up her ashes and just throw them in this trunk?
They sprinkle her in the trunk.
Yeah, like...
But no, because Ironside, Bill, as the principal, has the tiara in a locked drawer. And I was like, bro, you should probably not be hanging on to the things about the reminiscing things about burning a woman.
That's evidence. What are you doing with it?
I'm pretty sure that the tiara was found in that trunk by Vicky. And I think it somehow ended up in Billy's hands.
How?
Because I remember when she opened that trunk, she finds the 1957, sash, which should have been burnt to a crisp. I don't know how that exists.
Also evidence.
Also
Like
the
flame
tiara.
retardant chemicals.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tiara should have been melted into nothing.
Agree, because it's plastic. Let's be real here.
John, you still want to say this movie's a 9 out of 10? We're finding a lot of holes right up front.
Yeah, no, that's what makes this so amazing is that
This movie should have been called Holes.
Look, this script, I'm guessing, was written in about 45 minutes. Probably as they were filming the movie, every 15 minutes, someone would be like, all right, here's a page. And there's just some guy with a pile of coke and a typewriter just, yeah.
Ching.
I don't think every crazy 80s movie is all about coke. I think like some people are just like, oh, this is good.
No, it's got to be cocaine. Every single one.
Vicky has a side pony. I want to point that out. I love the fact that she's got a side ponytail.
I do love, the 80s fashion in this movie was spot on. I dug that.
Like Vicky's friend who looked like, what did I write down? I was like, she looks like an 80s genie. like she's going to grant wishes.
Oh, you talking about Jess? Yeah,
Where,
she looked like she was out of like 16 Candles or something. Right?
She walked in the wardrobe and said, give me one of everything.
Yeah.
And put it on.
Oh, man, imagine if the Brat Pack was in this movie.
Oh. So as the chest opens up, the inside of Bill's principal's office, the picture, there's like a alumni photo on his wall, and it cracks right over Mary Lou's face.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, that's not cool. Like
This is when Vicky opens up the trunk, right?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So I think that's when we can safely assume Mary Lou is brought back in from the ghost world into ours.
Yeah.
right?
Well, that's what I thought, but I don't think that was when it happened, though, because...
But it's not when Vicky was possessed.
Okay.
Mary Lou's out and about in spirit
She was
form.
released into the ether.
Yes. She's an
Okay.
ethereal Mary Lou.
Okay. Got it.
So we can call her EML for now.
She was free of her trunk.
Yeah. So as we mentioned,
Kind of like a genie.
Yeah, that's true.
She's going to grant her 3 slutty wishes.
oh God. So as mentioned, Vicky has a friend named Jess, and then they're hanging around art class, I guess, at some point, and then Jess runs off crying to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And Vicky follows her in there, and then Jess does probably the best acting in the film.
Yeah, this scene felt like it was from a different movie.
Right. It felt like it was out of 16 Candles or,
Yeah.
or like some John Hughes film.
Like a
right?
good movie.
And then she reveals like she's pregnant, and there's a whole story about like, oh, I love this guy, but he doesn't return my phone calls or
Yeah,
whatever.
it was like 80s ghosting.
And then we get the first haunting of Mary Lou. Like as you mentioned, Garrett, Jess has dressed herself of one of everything, and she's wearing a cape now.
What's funny about that, though, is there's one of the characters says 1957 was not a good year for capes. Or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I remember that line.
Because they're looking at pictures. They're looking at pictures and they're like, 1957 was not a good year for capes. I was like, what a weird line.
When
But
was a good year for capes?
I don't know. The 30s?
I was thinking like
The
1857.
aughts? You know? I mean, who knows? But yeah, so anyway, Mary Lou is now in the ether, and her powers are in full effect, I guess, because she grabs not Vicky, Jess by the scarf, drags her across the room, papers go flying, all the shit's going on, and a giant paper cutter with the big long like handle with the blade on it falls on the floor and opens itself up. Clearly the movie is like someone's getting cut by this thing. Mary Lou's like ghost drags Jess across the floor, puts her head underneath the paper cutter, and you're like, oh, she's getting her head chopped off with this thing.
I did think that.
But right before the handle goes down, nope. Pulls her up to the fucking lights, hangs her, like literally just hangs her.
Yeah.
The paper cutter is never used. I was like, oh, what a bait and switch.
Yeah, it's not a Chekhov's paper cutter.
And then out of nowhere, it looks like, okay, that's the death. The music fades, everything's solid. And then you cut to outside the building, and then it just gets thrown out the window.
Right.
Like,
Man, Mary Lou is sadistic. Why would she need to do that? She was already dead.
So this is another point of contention I have with this movie is like ghosts are supposed to come back and finish what they wanted to do, or we also have the idea that they're supposed to get revenge or justice for their murder or something like that. This girl has nothing to do with anything.
Was the cape
just
she's wearing
haunting random people?
the cape she's
was from
wearing is
1957.
that's the cape. That's right. The cape she's getting pulled by was the prom cape. Because remember the 1950s prom?
She's like, fuck the cape.
She's like, don't worry about the cape. Give me the tiara.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the cape. So Mary Lou is back for her full ensemble.
Right. So,
I guess I can put that contention to bed.
yes. So, like, step one
It
is
all makes sense, Mark. There's no plot holes.
she's getting the band together, right? Before she can fully assume her powers, she needs the cape, the tiara, and a body.
I just remembered something also. Jess popped one of the rhinestones out of the tiara.
Right. How dare you fuck with that? Yeah. So, Mark,
She's like, this is really good, like really good tiara. It's like real jewels and
Yeah.
glass, which is probably why it didn't burn.
this movie, bulletproof. So
is Mary Lou, evidently. As we'll find out.
So Jess's death is deemed a suicide.
Which
How they got
clearly-
that? How you throw I hung myself and then threw my body out the window.
yeah, like
Great detective work.
it's the Canadian police.
My God. Canadian listeners, we love you. Don't listen to John.
Well, here's my contention on that. Canada's so safe and pleasant. They don't have murders up there. They've never seen it. They're just like, I don't know. This has got to be a suicide. suicide.
So you're saying Canadian cops are bad based on lack of experience?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just too safe up there.
You're right. It is the cape because after like it throws Jess out the window, the cape floats itself Doctor Strange style back into like a chest or something.
Like skitters away.
Yeah, it like totally Doctor Strange is off the cape of levitation.
And the jewel pops itself back into the tiara.
Oh, I missed the jewel in the tiara
Cape's
thing.
like, I'm too young for jail. He makes a break for it.
I got life to live.
I can't go back to jail. They'll eat me alive in there.
Yeah.
So Vicky is up to be, she is nominated to be prom queen along with another girl named Kelly.
How? Was Vicky super popular? She seemed like she didn't have any friends.
I'm almost certain they're the only two women in the school. And they were like, oh, Jess is dead, so it's you two now.
Well, we saw how Jess was dressed. There's no way she's getting prom queen.
I mean, I would argue, how did Mary Lou become prom queen? I mean,
She polled the electorate. Okay.
Well, he's talking from 1957.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She polled the electorate. Like she made some friends.
You saw how loose she was with her morals, dude. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right.
Probably bribed a lot of people
Okay.
via favors.
I got you. Sexual.
Okay. Yes, there you go.
Which is a reoccurring theme, evidently.
Yes, but I agree. When I was like, wait, Vicky's gonna be prom queen? All right, I guess.
But her competition, Kelly, is a real piece of shit.
Yeah.
The fact that right after her friend, Vicky's friend Jess, killed herself, quote, air quote, didn't actually do that, but she comes up to her and says some like real fucking nasty line about Jess.
The competition seems to be dwindling. You two should take the hint from Jess. You shut your fucking mouth, bitch!
Yeah, Vicky does not play.
Yeah, she got some fight in her.
She was about to throw down right then.
Vicky was a likable main character too, which
Yes.
we don't normally see in these movies. Like I was like, oh, Vicky's not doing anything wrong here.
Yeah, I was Team Vicky the whole time.
We see Vicky in a classroom, and she's like, what, sleeping on the desk or something?
Yeah.
And then we're introduced to Josh, who's up front talking about his science project, which is making a radio out of vegetables.
Well, that was earlier before Jess got killed, but yes, he makes, what is it, a potato?
Potato radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that true? Can you make a radio out of potato?
Yeah, I think so. I know you can make a battery out of a potato.
Do you think that's what it was?
Yeah, I assume he had the right components to make a radio, and it's just powered by the potato.
His potato radio monologue, his potato, as they were calling it at my house as the movie played.
Do you think a potato is an AM or FM?
Got to be AM. It doesn't have the power for FM.
Oh, good point. Okay.
Maybe two potatoes.
Can we get into the science of this, please?
Yeah.
He's giving this like, I'll take over the world monologue.
Is it a fruit? Is it a vegetable? No. It's a radio. When I began this experiment, they laughed. Just as you're laughing now. They said, Josh, potato? So I developed the guacamole radio. But that was no good. All I could pick up was stations in Mexico. The potato! Nature's perfect vegetable, rich in AM, FM, and carbohydrates.
Josh, please, I'm sure Einstein didn't take this much time.
Mr. Craven, this moment will be inserted into the annals of scientific history. And I think we all know how painful that can be.
And then he licks it.
Well, yeah.
He like leans down. He's like, this is perfect. Lick. And then he goes back to turn it on and it doesn't work.
Can't get your potato wet before you turn it on.
You can't get your potato wet before. Oh, but it's in a glass of water, so arguably you're wrong.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
There you go.
So,
that can't seem safe, water and electricity.
no. Well, that's why we're not in science class.
Maybe that's how Mary Lou got her power.
Listener.
The power of potato.
Listeners, tell us about potato radios and what went wrong with this particular one, please.
Mr. Wizard, we're looking at you. Josh is the character who is, I guess, the computer dork, right?
Yeah.
He's the one that is going to be tallying the votes for prom queen, which I don't think would have been done on a computer in 1987.
No,
Well,
definitely not.
The theme of the prom seemed like it was computer because there was giant computer decorations, and he was all like the computer theme, and I was like, what? I was like, I haven't noticed. Like, is the theme for prom literally computers?
My prom was in 2003, and I'm pretty sure we just did it on paper.
Wait, what?
My prom was in
Oh,
2003.
voting.
We
The
just
voting.
voted on. Yeah, we
like, you had a
prommed
prom
on
on paper.
paper. We voted on paper. So I'm pretty confident in 1987 they were not computer
It's a
voting.
Duran Duran song, prom on paper. Wow. But yeah, no. So I guess, I think he was supposed to be there just to make sure that, like, because I guess he was the only one that knew how to use computers.
Yeah, that's what I had to gather from
Yeah.
it. Dude, in the 80s, like computers are still a foreign thing. You were lucky to go to a computer lab in the 80s.
Right. I respect that they just used like a real computer. I was hoping it would have been like Death Spot and they would have had a computer center, right? And they would have had prom control and it would have had a bunch of blinking lights.
Prom
and
is
shit.
admission control.
Yeah.
Yeah. This prom is going to the moon.
Right. But no, it was just a shitty computer on a desk.
In the 80s prom, though, did you see the back wall, how much neon they had?
That was-
Do you know how much that would have cost?
Yeah,
That would have
but-
been like thousands and thousands of dollars.
It was the 80s. Neon was just in the air. They were just bottling it up.
We had an infinite source of neon. It was
Yeah.
the 80s.
So Vicky is going to be sporadically haunted and taken into the world of Silent Hill randomly throughout this movie, where she'll just be doing a thing, and then all of a sudden it's a darker version of the thing, and like there's like a cafeteria lady serving her soup with worms in it, and then
Yeah.
her dead friend's head is in the soup.
I thought this was them basically being like, because there's a thing on Wikipedia where the director evidently called like, was it Wes Craven, the guy who did Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yeah, Wes
Craven, and he was all like, and his words of advice was, give him a scare, give him a hard on, and send him home. And they actually went back and did reshoots based off that advice, evidently, where he like added the locker room scene finale and a couple other things, but and some of the dream sequences that we're talking about here. But all this felt very Nightmare on Elm Street to me.
Wes Craven gave this guy advice and he's like, got it, steal your idea. On it.
Well, he gave it to him. I don't think it's stealing, but yeah.
He
but,
just said give him a scare, not what you want to do is make him go into a dream world.
okay, but yes,
I like the punch ups.
No,
I think
yeah.
it helps the film. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be a 9 out of 10 for you.
Right. Those were bang up scenes.
some of the best like visual stuff was in those dream sequences, like with the chalkboard. Is that when this happened, or was that later?
That was
It's a little bit later,
Yeah.
yeah, but that's an excellent
That's probably
scene.
the best special effects in the movie.
yeah, the creepy school with like the water fountain that looked like it was like gray water. It
Yeah.
was like, ugh, that was like so gross. But yeah, I
during-
enjoyed those.
For sure. During one of these sequences, Vicky is just going through her daily routine. She's playing volleyball and then gets beamed in the head by Kelly.
Yeah.
And she's knocked back into the dark world where she sees a zombie, air quotes, a zombie volleyball team. Right? I don't know what that was about.
I don't think she was playing volleyball. So naturally, at the same time, in the dark universe, they're playing dark volleyball.
Oh.
Yeah. The game's a little different. In volleyball, you got to keep it up. In dark volleyball, it's more like soccer. You just roll it around the ground.
You just kick it with your feet.
Yeah, it's the opposite,
After she wakes up, they're like, oh no, you're ill. And they take her home, and her mother says something to the effect of, you don't need medicine, you just need to spend time with the Lord. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, good.
Oh, yeah, big
Church
time.
medicine.
Because the dad's like, should we get a doctor? And she's like, she doesn't need a doctor. She just needs to spend time with the Lord. I was like, oh boy.
She needs Dr. Jesus.
I was like, has Vicky been vaccinated? I'm concerned for her health.
Where did Jesus study medicine, John?
Obviously, the University of Jerusalem.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
UJ.
Yeah, UJ, of course.
right.
He got, but the thing about Dr. Jesus is it's a doctorate.
Dr. J, if you will.
Yeah. DJ is what his friends call him, but you got to be one of the 12.
So I think now when she's at home recovering after spending time with the Lord, this is where we get the weird haunting room with the horse.
Dude, what this?
Why don't you describe that to us?
Wait, before you do that, describe Vicky's room.
Vicky's room must have been decorated when she was like 11.
It never updated
Yeah, and
it.
that was it. Her mom was like, "Look, you have a horse-sized rocking horse, so you don't need anything else, okay?"
Rocking horse, actual size.
Yes, it is a 1-to-1 scale rocking horse. Just very pink, flowery, exactly what you would think a child's, like a girl child room would be like.
I don't know what's more disturbing, a 17-year-old woman having a rocking horse or the rocking horse coming alive.
Yeah, well,
The rocking horse coming to life.
if she didn't have a rocking horse, it wouldn't be alive. So she's really kind of her own fault. But anyway, not to victim blame too much. So Vicky is just in bed, doing whatever, and some weird shit starts happening in her room.
She's going to sketch.
Oh, yeah.
And she
she's
drops her pencil under the bed.
Yeah, so she's drawing, was it herself?
No. She sits down to sketch in her sketchbook on her bed, and she hasn't drawn anything
Okay.
yet. And she drops her pencil, and of course, it rolls under the bed, which physics says no. She goes under the bed to get it, and she comes back on top of the bed, and Mary Lou from 1950s
Beautiful drawing.
has been sketched in her sketchbook, and she's looking at it like, oh, this is a good picture.
Right. She is not properly shocked for what the fuck just happened.
Did Mary Lou gain artistic ability in the afterlife?
I think Mary Lou had these talents the whole time, and she just never had the proper guidance to put her on a path to basically utilize those.
We're making a lot of Mary Lou assumptions here. We don't know her backstory and if she drew.
I want to give Mary Lou the benefit of the doubt. I want to say that she had the potential to be a great person.
She was just too busy using her sexual talents.
Maybe that's how she attracted all these men with
It's the
drawings.
oldest profession in the world.
Right?
Let me sketch you like my French girls.
Exactly.
Paint me like your French girls, Mary Lou.
Exactly. So that was her pickup line. So then we pan to this weird horse that we have been going on and on about. Because if you haven't seen the movie, go look up this scene. Because I don't think we're going to express to you how weird this horse is naturally. And then they give it just a tongue.
They give it a human eye and starts following her across the room, and then she notices that and she's like stop looking at me, Swan.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what her line is, but like she says something, and then the tongue, that's when the tongue
comes out. And her line is basically like, hey, mind your business, creeper. Like
she politely tells the horse with a human tongue and eyeball, be like, this doesn't concern you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what she says, but it's such hey,
like,
not now.
This is my room. I want you to leave. So skedaddle.
Go on, get.
Yeah.
Shoo. Hits it with a broom.
And the horse, while admittedly creepy and terrifying, is still a rocking horse, so it can't actually get to her. It just kind of rocks ominously, if that's even a thing you can do. Unless Mary Lou goes to the horse, which of course she does, this horse cannot get to her.
Let's be honest here. After this haunting stops, the next scene should be Vicky with a fire axe to that horse.
Right. Well, once it calms down, she basically goes to bed and she's like, I fucking told them. And then
she does. She is very confident in her, like, well, I told them not to bother me.
I mean, the last I see of those demons.
Vicky won, Ghost is zero.
Yeah. And then the ghost just yanks her sheets down really, really tight, which...
This is nightmare all over the place.
Yes. And so that apparently is what it takes to creep Vicky out, being mildly uncomfortable in her bed. Because then she finally starts screaming.
Well, she's not just mildly. Her satin silk sheets like pin her down flat, and then you see hands underneath the sheets.
I missed the hands.
Groping her all over.
I was too busy laughing at how insane this was.
Full on fondling her, and
I didn't know Vicky was sexually assaulted.
She definitely is messed with by those sheets, and then she gets up and chunks her radio across the room, and she's like, as you said, skedaddle.
Right. What the...
And then her parents come in.
Yeah, her mother busts in. Is like, I was churning butter in the barn. What has happened?
And yeah.
Like, I dropped my radio.
And they're just like, yeah, that seems conceivable. And
all right.
She's like, look, I don't know what electricity or radios are, so all right, fine.
I don't understand your technology. Back to the butter.
Yeah, it's totally normal for radios to be across the room in pieces.
So while all this is going on, Bill and Bud are characters from 1957 that witnessed Mary Lou's death.
The principal and the priest.
Yes.
On the WB.
Sounds like a start of a joke. They're putting things together, and Bud's like you said, I'm a priest, so don't worry about me. It's you, Bill, that's going to get revenge upon them.
Bud is very confident that he is going to be A-okay.
Well, he's not.
No.
But before he gets offed, he's doing like an open exorcism, which didn't make any sense to me.
I didn't understand what was happening here because he's using so two things.
This is why John loves his movies, because the Exorcist scene.
No. Well, yeah. Throughout the movie, they totally are like, "Your girlfriend's Linda Blair, bro."
Oh, that's Josh.
Yeah.
Josh is constantly referencing the Exorcist
so a
throughout
little
this whole movie.
Early scream here, but yes, this priest just has a full-on exorcism, but no demon. He's just exorcising his empty
Or
house.
victim. There's no person that's possessed, so I don't know how he thought that would
He's
work.
just in church exercising the air.
Well, I think he's just in general talking to Mary Lou wherever she is.
I don't think exorcisms work that way.
I don't know the ins and outs of them either, but I just feel like he's like, I'm going to shoot the moon on this one.
I would say I'm pretty familiar with the Roman ritual, and I think you got to have the victim at least within eyesight. I'm 99.9% certain you can't just be like, wherever you are, be gone. Because then, I mean, that would just be OP.
Bud's Bible bursts into flames, and I think that's how that scene ends.
Was there an incident that was it the bed incident, or when did Vicky actually get possessed by Mary Lou?
When she gets sucked into the
Through the
blackboard.
chalkboard.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like going kind of tandem to these events.
Right. The plot is gibberish and it doesn't matter. This is
important fucking cinema here, you guys. This is going to survive the ages. No, so anyway, Vicky, who is now full possessed by Mary Lou, goes to confession.
Well, first she goes to school dressed all 50s like, and that's when Josh is
I thought the order didn't matter, John.
Good point. Fair point. And she's like, I'm doing swell. Get out of here, you third wheel. And it's just all these weird 50s shit. And
Didn't she say to her friend, like, he's mine, slag off or something like that? And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, her friend's like, hey, wait up. And she's like, be gone, thought. and her friend just sort of...
Did you say thought?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the full possession scene, right? She's in the classroom.
Can we get into the possession scene?
Yeah, let's get
into it. Let's possess it.
Again, Vicky's in the classroom and she goes to like Silent Hill time, right?
Yes.
The room gets all dark and then she gets sucked through a blackboard.
The best scene in the movie by far.
Which is like a pool of water. And it's a really well done scene, which I guess they had to set up a set around an actual body of water.
Yeah,
and then like
probably rotated it.
Yeah, make it look like that. And
This is one of the reshoots.
Yeah.
Then it's the next day and Vicky, quote unquote, there's my air quotes you can't see, comes back to school and that's where she does all this weird 50s shit.
She's officially possessed, like Mary Lou has taken over the body.
Right. And so then she's in a classroom and Creeper Teacher she's like, oh, my experiment isn't working. And then he's all fucking weirdly creepy, comes up to Vicky / Mary Lou and is like, oh, that's because you need more heat, while rubbing his hand down her back and then like gropes her butt.
I must have been taking a note because I did not see that at all.
Yeah, it was very strange.
Oh, it was really uncomfortable. And also, I don't remember them setting him up to be a creep. Earlier in the movie, he was just a science teacher.
Maybe he knew Mary Lou back in the day also. Maybe that's he was at prom and he was like, there she is. She'll put out.
Maybe that's one of Mary Lou's supernatural powers. Men around her are attracted to her.
Like a Spider-Woman pheromone thing?
Yeah, that would explain the dad thing that happens later.
Oh, God. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't.
But anyway, so the teacher then goes back to, his little teacher desk and is fucking around with fire, and Mary Lou just sort of blows and like puts his dick on fire.
Yeah, she makes the Bunsen burner shoot flame in his crotch, and it burns his crotch area, and he's like, whoa, like Hank Hill. He's like, Bobby. He's like, what the hell?
And the whole time, her friend's sitting there and sees her do it, and her friend's like,
But she doesn't do anything.
No,
she's literally sitting there looking at him.
It's like, that's some weird shit.
And then she put like the 2 and 2 together. It's like, you did that with your mind or something. It's like, what?
Yeah.
I did see that part where she kind of pieced it together. Like, I think she may have done that with her mind.
And the next scene is your required shower room.
Right.
We got to get some nudity in here. We can't have a horror movie in the 80s without it.
They're in a locker room, and they get like
completely empty other than them.
Right. And they get into this fight about Vicky's being weird and kind of a dick. And Vicky's just like, look, I'm Mary Lou now, so fuck you. And so her friend's like, whatever, I'm going to go take a shower. Vicky gets naked and then really creepy, just sort of saunters into this shower. Is like, I'm sorry. And then kisses her friend on the nose.
Starts doing a little bit of like, well, this is what's weird about it is like they get in that argument.
Yeah.
And then, what's the friend's name?
It probably doesn't matter, but I think it's Monica.
Okay, Monica.
Let's go with Monica.
We'll say Monica. Monica's in the shower, and then Mary Lou / Vicky comes in and just starts lightly hugging her and groping her like on the shoulders and
weird.
kind of like, and then kisses her on the nose. And Monica's into it until Vicky kind of goes in for like a heavy hug.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is a little shower hugging okay up until a point? Like, can you cross a line? Before that, it was like,
yeah, everyone's
what
hugging in the
hell?
showers.
It was so weird because it seemed like Monica was like, well, this is normal. I was like, I feel like I'd be very uncomfortable if someone came in and started like gently caressing me as I showered.
And this is where I'm sure listeners will be like, oh, you're an asshole. But I just was like, oh, maybe that's like a girl thing. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know what y'all are doing.
I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure women don't just like, well, it's completely okay to be lightly groped in the shower until you get weird with it.
I don't know. Her friend seemed into it. And yes, until it looked like Vicky was going to kiss her like on the neck. And then she was like, what are you doing? And then Vicky was like, don't you dare push me away from you. And so then Monica runs away, right? Because Vicky gets like violent. And so she runs and she's like, stop it. And Vicky...
And Monica looks like she got lost in that locker room. There was like 90 rows of lockers, but there's probably only like 3.
The locker room suddenly became like a professional sport locker room. And it substantially bigger than you would imagine a high school locker room being. And Vicky, still completely naked.
Full frontal.
Just slowly kind of Michael Myers stalks her. So then Monica's like, I got an idea. I'm going to hide in a locker. And we as the audience are like, oh, this might work because Vicky's kind of just... Then she looks right at the locker and uses her magic powers to crush poor Monica into Monica stew.
She squishes the metallic lockers like they've been crushed by like a compression tool and blood.
And at this point, if we're going by Ghostbuster classification, Mary Lou is a fucking Zool level ghost.
Yeah, it's wild. Also, never mentioned ever again. Like,
class goes on.
Yeah.
We're still going to have the prom.
Happening.
Yeah.
2 of the students are dead now. 1 killed on campus.
Right. One
Both killed on campus.
Oh, good point.
One
Yeah.
they wrote off as a suicide. I would love to know what their explanation was for crushed locker.
Look, Bill, she crushed herself. You know it. I know it.
Yeah. Well, what
These
happened?
damn kids.
So then Vicky goes home.
At some point, then this is kind of where it's a little like jumbled up if you're not like super familiar with it. She goes to the confessional and kills the priest because the priest knows Mary Lou is back and
Right. She basically says the same thing as Mary Lou did in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, it's a callback to that.
And he's like, I've heard this shit before.
Yeah, and then he goes, and then what does he catches
Well, he
on.
wouldn't have heard it because he wasn't the priest in the 50s.
He wasn't the priest.
Oh, right.
But anyway, he identifies that like it's Mary. He goes, Mary Lou, and she's like, I'm back, baby, or something like that.
pretty much.
And then she like starts breaking through the confessional like it's made out of balsa wood. And then she goes through, and he's all like, you can't touch me. I have the power of Christ. And he holds up a crucifix, and she says something like, that doesn't work with me, and stabs him in the eye
Right,
with the
well, she's
crucifix.
like, here's a secret. There is no God. There's
Oh,
no
yeah.
angels. And worst of all, which I don't believe, I think her ordering's off, but she goes, worst of all, there's no wings.
I didn't get any wings.
Yeah.
And I was all like, I would love if she was talking about chicken wings.
Oh, all right,
she
that
was
would have
all
been
like-
worst of all.
I think there's some misconception with people thinking when you die, you turn into an angel, but that's not how that works.
That's a different movie for a different time, you guys.
Look,
But yeah, Mary Lou had to make a stop off at church.
Yes.
She had to cleanse herself of sins and iniquity before she went and committed more. She needed a clean slate.
fair.
Right.
Right. And so at the same time, Ironside is figuring out like, okay, I think Mary Lou is back. And so Craig is like, I gotta go save my girlfriend. And Billy's like, oh, I can't stop you. All right. My
So
man
basically in
goes,
the movie, about that time, everyone figures out that Vicky's possessed by somebody. Some people know it's Mary Lou. Some people know it's just not Vicky anymore.
my man's like, where's my shoe? And Ironside just belts him with that fucking shoe, dude.
Yeah, and then at some point, we're to assume that Vicky / Mary Lou has buried Father Bud Cooper inside of her own grave.
What did she do with her old body?
It's just gone. Yeah, it doesn't really. Well, she wouldn't. It was burned up. I don't know, man.
All we are is dust in the wind, dude.
Yeah, so Bill goes and digs it up, and he finds the priest's body in there. He's like, "Oh shit, it's really happening, Bud, you stupid idiot." He says something like
Yeah.
that, right?
He does oh no. And it was like, ugh.
So he goes and gets a gun and is like, all right, I'm on a mission to shoot Vicky / Mary Lou.
Right. He has no qualms about killing his son's girlfriend.
No, I don't even think he thinks about it for 1 second.
At this point, it's no longer Vicky. It's Mary Lou. So I'm sure in his mind, he's like, this makes sense.
He doesn't know if he could save her. Maybe they could do an exorcism or something. He's just right away with the shooting.
Yeah, he hasn't tried anything yet.
No, yeah, I've tried nothing and I'm all out of ideas.
You want to talk about the weird kissing part?
Have to. It's pretty much the main reason this movie exists.
No, it isn't.
Mary Lou / Vicky is now on her rocking horse with the human tongue and eyeball sticking out. Like it's full possession horse also. And she's just rocking on it like this is normal. And then the dad comes in and is all like, you ready to go to prom? And then she walks up to him and did she say something or did she just go straight for the like
I
full
think
on
she
tongue
says
kiss?
some weird one-liner that is irrelevant and then just, starts making out. Heavy petting.
And the dad's just there for it.
Yeah, he doesn't push her away. He's just like, all right.
He doesn't seem like he's like, oh, I'm cool with this, but he also is not like making any effort to be like, yeah, this should not be happening. And then the mom walks in and she like What the hell?
I feel like he's kissing back. I don't think he's just being kissed.
He may have been. I kind of like was looking at it going like, what the hell is going on here?
It just felt like he's more like, for me, I just took away from it as like, I'm just going to let this happen.
Yeah, that's kind of, I didn't
what
see
it
like him
seemed.
like go back for it, but it was still like,
Also
even then,
bad
it's like,
choice.
Immediately be like, no.
Yeah, push away. Then, so Mary Lou's like, deuces, daddy-o, and tries to walk out, and the mom doesn't miss a beat. She's like, you are not going to prom. You're not leaving this house.
Well, yeah, she just caught her like daughter French
Right.
and her dad. She's like,
like,
you harlot.
She calls him a harlot, absolutely. She's like, we need some Jesus up in here. And Mary Lou's like, I ain't got time for that, and just like force pushes her through the door.
Yeah, she matrixes her right through the door.
And walks over her mom to go to prom.
And how did she get to prom? Did she walk?
I imagine. I don't really think they conveyed how she rode her horse there.
Because she didn't go with Craig.
No, she went on her own.
I couldn't remember if she went with Craig or not.
No,
'cause
Craig's knocked
all
out.
fucked up. Yeah,
Right,
Craig's all messed up.
He got shooed in the head, so he's down for the count. She goes.
This is Mark's favorite scene. The
Yeah,
prom.
so tell us about prom,
My
Mark.
favorite scene.
Oh,
Never
absolutely.
said that.
I just made it your favorite scene.
Well, it's on the podcast now. It's true.
Well, all right. Well, there is at some point, Vicky, while being possessed by Mary Lou, confronts Bill.
Yes.
Because he's like, Vicky, what's going on? And she's like, not Vicky.
I think
I'm
that
Mary
happens at
Lou
the
now.
prom.
Boo-hoo. And he's like, oh, got to get that gun.
Yeah. Yeah. His mind is basically like, I got to get back to the rafters. This is a rafter situation.
That's where he knows how to do his business.
Nothing good happens to that man on the catwalk.
No, what is he doing up there?
So Josh, the computer guy, he's in the room and he's drinking a beer. Kelly comes in and is like, I really need you to go ahead and fix and cook the books here. I want to be prom queen, God damn it.
And like as an adult, I'm like, God, why do you think this matters? But as a kid, it probably is very important. People think what happens in high school is super important while you're going through it. But now you look back and it's like, I don't even remember who our prom queen was.
Well, Kelly earlier on went to Nerdlinger. I can't remember his name. Josh.
Yeah.
And was all like, hey, I'll pay you $100 if you make sure I'm prom queen. And he's like, no. And then she's like, how much? Name your price. And he types something down and she goes, ooh, you bastard. Clearly he was like, you got to fuck me. Or something like that.
I assume he said blowjob because that's
Yeah.
what he ends up getting.
Yeah, and then like she was like, "Ooh, gross, no." And then now at prom, she's so desperate to actually have the outcome that she wants. Like Mark said, she goes to meet Josh and is like, "You got to make sure that I'm prom queen," and she goes for it.
Yeah.
Josh gets his payment.
Yeah, she does
And then
complete the job.
I like how she puts her banaka down on the table before she goes for it. It's like, I'm gonna need this.
And while he's fixing the results, he gets fried via electricity, via Mary Lou, very, very inexplicably.
Yeah, Mary Lou manages, I guess, to shoot lightning from the computer monitor just into Josh's skull. And his skull is just electrified.
And she changed the font on the screen to read dead wrong.
Yes.
Like, okay.
Dead wrong.
And that's where I was like, what is her power set? At this point, I was like, she can do anything.
Yeah, she's got death spot powers, aka unlimited powers.
And then while they're crowning, they're announcing the winner on stage, Kelly comes out. There's some scene where her date's like, you got any more of that mouthwash or breath mint or
Yeah, that
whatever?
was
And it's
weird.
like, ew.
Well, starts making out with her, and she's immediately like, "Get off my mouth!" And he does not know, and it's like, "Oh boy, this is going to be awkward."
Well, he was a piece of shit anyway. He said something to the effects of, I drink, I get drunk. What's the problem?
Oh yeah, I'm a teenager. It's what I do.
But yeah, they announced that Vicky has won. So Kelly's blowjob was all for naught.
Aw.
And her face, I was like, I felt so bad for Kelly. I was all like, first off, this doesn't matter, but second off, her face was like, what? And I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
someone give her a hug. Like,
But if
needs a
she
friend.
went and saw, don't worry, Josh didn't have a real happy outcome anyway.
That's true.
So his ending was not happy.
Yeah, which we never actually see.
No, we never follow up on any of these murders or how they're planning to be explained. But as Vicky's being crowned, principal shooter is in the rafters. It just pops her. Just shoots her right in the shoulder.
No, through the chest.
Is it the chest?
Yeah,
All right.
he punches her right through the
kills
chest.
her. Well, we think he kills her.
Doesn't he empty the gun into
Yes,
her?
he shoots her multiple
The
times.
whole gun.
He's not here to fuck around.
He's like, pow. And you're like, oh my God, that's happening. He's like, oh, wait, hold on. Pow, pow, pow. And you're like, dude.
if you're going to go big. That's the Canadian way.
And everyone's freaking out at this one. Like, the prom queen just got shot.
Yeah, and they look up and they go, it was Principal Bill.
Yeah.
Like, what the
He's
fuck?
up there just like surprise.
It's like Clue. It's Bill in the rafters with the pistol.
Vicky falls over, and then out of Vicky's body, the physical manifestation of Mary Lou is birthed from her chest.
Yeah.
She chest bursts out of her chest.
Very Alien style. So they're, obviously the screenwriter's like, gotta get a chest burst in there.
But this looked awesome though. When Mary
effect
Lou
was on
like came
point.
out of the chest, like the way she was like burned and like wet and I was like, ugh, this is so awesome. It's so grody looking.
In this whole scene, I got very Carrie-esque vibes
Yeah,
from.
big time.
The boyfriend shows up. He wakes up from being beamed in the head by a shoe.
Right.
Because before the chest burster happens, Craig like runs in after she just got shot and he's like, no, Vicky, my girlfriend. And he's like, looks up and he's like, Dad, how could you? But yeah, why does she go after Craig?
Craig should be heavily concussed right now.
I assume like she's just going after the son of the guy who burned her alive or something.
I think she's just like on kill on sight moment right now, right? So she opened her eyes. There was Craig.
She's chasing Craig, and at some point they see dead Josh because he does his head spin around exorcist move because he's the one who's been talking about exorcist
Linda Blair.
the whole time.
In the Egyptian sarcophagus?
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out who that was.
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
was
who
Josh.
is this?
The one who got burned alive at the computer.
Which is a callback because earlier, like in the movie, he's all like, ooh, a girl whose head can spin around 360 degrees. I can see the benefits to that. And I was like, I can't.
Yeah, I don't understand
was
where
like,
he's
what do
going
you
with
expect
that.
to happen here?
Spoken like a true virgin.
He's really into blowjobs, okay? He really wants to change up the angle, or the degree. I don't know. But yeah, Craig is getting chased back into the prop room. The chest blasts open and starts sucking him into it.
Yeah, that part was weird.
Like a portal opens up into like the nether realms.
It's a Hoover vacuum.
Bill comes in and then he's like, hey, Mary Lou, I've got your crown here. Let me crown you prom queen and this will all be over.
Tiara.
Okay.
Jesus, Mark.
Just fucking around.
But he puts the tiara on, and I think we're supposed to assume it's all good and done, right?
I guess.
It's like that's what she came for. Bada bing, bada boom.
And then Vicky is somehow alive inside the chest.
Right.
And
Real Vicky.
real Vicky, who just got plugged by
Yes.
the principal.
Yeah, so what do you think happened to Vicky 2's body? Does it disintegrate? It doesn't matter. Does it not matter?
No thought was put into this beyond like, well, we got to bring Vicky back.
Right. Unfortunately, apparently not for 3. Craig is like, how do I know it's the real you? And then they have, I guess, a stupid little secret inside thing about sugar. And he's like, what do you feel about sugar? And she's like, that stuff will kill you.
Which
He's
is a
like,
callback to an earlier
right.
line from the movie.
He's
but
like, that's my girl.
No, Vicky's covered in ectoplasm too. This
Yeah,
is the
very
this is the
goopy.
scene where it's like, okay, buddy, you just saw her get plugged on stage.
Yeah.
I can understand why you're being a little cautious.
True.
But it's her. Come on.
I don't really know how I would react to that. I don't think I'd be like, what's our secret sugar joke? I'd probably be like, what the fuck is happening right
I'd
now?
be like, give daddy some sugar.
Principal Bill gets the Craig and Vicky into the car and he's like, I'm going to take y'all home. But then he turns on the song Mary Lou and he's wearing her ring.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, she had possessed Bill. She's not gone.
What a twist. Who saw that coming?
Anybody?
Anybody who saw Nightmare 1?
Right. This is literally the ending of Nightmare.
Yeah.
on Elm Street.
I guarantee you there was a script. They tested poorly, and they were like, "We got to punch it up." He reached out, probably got some Wes Craven like advice, and then was like, "Cool, that worked for them. We can make it work for us." But yeah, that ending was so weird because when he crowns Vicky / Mary Lou like with a tiara, her grave blows up. In the graveyard, like it explodes, and then like there's a white flash, and I was like, what just happened here? Like, is she dead? Is she alive? Did she like did everything reverse back to normal? And that's when clean Vicky, air quotes, comes out of the chest, and they have their little shared moment, which I'm sure they'll talk about on their honeymoon.
You're assuming they're going to live.
Yeah, no, they're dead. Mary Lou's going to kill him.
Oh no, they'll all live happily.
Bill
ever after.
Lou.
It's a
Yes, horror movies.
Yeah.
Happily ever after is how they always end.
It's a Bride of Chucky type situation. They take a road trip. But yeah, no, like the ending made no sense to me because like if she possessed Bill, which is what she clearly did, is Bill's real body somewhere in that trunk now?
No, Bill is being worn like a Bill suit.
Yeah, but so was Vicky, and Vicky existed in that trunk as a gooey real life person.
I think what we need
The gooey Vicky sitter.
I think we just need to realize that there's a lot of stuff in this movie that you can't question or you're going to get stuck in the weeds.
9 out of 10, baby.
Exactly. Yeah, this isn't a details movie. All right, this is a high level roller coaster movie.
If I had to theorize, Garrett, I think that the soul of the person that she's been inhabiting is inside the trunk. And then when the physical form dies, you can somehow rebirth yourself with a full, fresh physical body.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
Then take that trunk with you. I feel like that's like your Achilles heel.
maybe
That's like when the Wishmaster doesn't keep the jewel with him.
The trunk is only powered by the school. I think the trunk has to be on school property. It's a school trunk. You can't just steal school property.
Do you think the school was built around the trunk to house it?
What if it got transferred to another school?
Oh, yeah, anywhere in the school district is probably
Just
fine.
any school district?
Yeah.
It needs to be on school property
This
to
movie
get power.
would be a lot darker if it was an elementary school. So hopefully you keep
God,
it in a
no,
high school.
I'm out.
But yes, I think any school.
I prefer my high school schools to be 40 plus.
Let me tell you what. Even if they filmed this movie at an elementary school, they'd all be 40 years old. They'd just be 40-year-old fifth graders.
I've been in fifth grade for 25 years. Well, I would highly recommend this one. It's a lot of fun. It's entertaining. Just don't question its motives. Just enjoy it.
Didn't Joe Bob do this on Drive-In?
Yeah, he did.
There you
Did
go.
they have any cool information about it? Or
I forget.
cool.
Watch the show and you'll find out.
Oh, that's right. It's streaming on Shudder.
Yeah.
Not anymore. That episode has been removed.
Really?
Yeah, I think as Shudder loses rights to those movies, they pull the episodes down.
Well-
but that was the last episode they did of season 1, and Darcy dressed up as Mary Lou.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah,
Well, it may be
it's
removed from Shudder, but it's not removed from the internet.
still out there. You can find it. I like this movie. 9 out of 10, maybe a little generous, John. I'd probably rein it in a little bit. Maybe say 7.5 out of 10.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you're right. It is no Leprechaun, so
Oh, come on.
I got to save the vaunted 9s for Leprechaun 4 or better movies.
I kick it around to 7 also, Mark, just
Yeah.
because I feel like it's entertaining. It's got like the 80s fun. But at the same time, there's some fucking weirdness in this movie that you're just like, oh, wait, what?
That's what I loved about it.
And you just have to. But you didn't like Desperate.
I know.
This is a whole off-air conversation that we have to have, John.
I don't understand it any more than you do. I will tell you, I knew right away I was going to like this movie because it opens with the world's most 80s video company logo I've ever seen
the
in
crystals?
my life.
Yeah,
yes.
that was great.
I was like, wait, is this part of the movie?
And then the crystal cracked.
I was like, I wish this was in front of every movie I watched. I'm going to give it, I'll go 7.5. Realistically, that's where I'll give it as well.
Okay. Well, listeners, you can go find it on Amazon Prime at the time of airing. Don't watch it on IMDb TV.
Yeah, don't let Siri trick you, listeners.
Yeah, it's worth a watch.
It was possessed by Mary Lou.
Let us know what you think about Hello Mary Lou Prom Night 2. Also, you can find more Grave Talk content at www.thegravetalk.com. Hit us up on our social media. We already got a Twitter, an Instagram, and a Facebook page. Let us know what you think about the movie. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.